Hey everyone, Clueless Dad here. I'm up in the mountains on my bike again. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video blog. Came back, I wanted to do more snow biking, but unfortunately all the snow melted near where I'm living, so I had to go way up here. Actually, the purpose of today's blog is not to talk about biking or exercise, it's actually to talk about my adventures yesterday. So my wife's parents wanted to take our kid to the local shrine and get him blessed by the priest. I am pretty anti-religious, but I figured it wasn't worth fighting over, even though it's not what I would be doing. They wanted to do it, so I thought I would compromise. It's a pretty nice shrine. I'll put up some video clips. Shrine. Omiji Shrine. It's a pretty nice shrine. It's pretty big. I hadn't been there before. There was a bunch of other kids that came to get blessed. It's sort of walk-in service. So they also do other things there. They had a wedding going on, which was a pretty traditional one. And then they also had something which I've never seen before, I've heard of just from my wife. They actually will bless your car. So you sort of drive through service, you bring your car there. So this is the place where you can get your car blessed, or prayed for, or exercised, I don't know. Blessed, I guess. But then you actually have to go into the ceremony, the same ceremony that they have the babies at. And I never really been to a Shinto ceremony, just seen them sort of performing at shrines I was visiting. In this case, we all had to sit down, kind of like a church service. Yeah. And the guy started doing some incantations or something. And the funny thing to me, being kind of the cynical person I am, is he actually starts reading out the information that you put on the little form that you fill out. So for example, for our kid, he read out our address and then also the parents' names, including mine, and then the kid's name, and said something about wishing him luck or something, as near as I could understand it. But literally like his address, like he lives in 103 Main Street, Anytown, Japan, 10056. Like, I don't think he did the zip code, but he basically did everything else in the address. Which I don't know if the deities really care what your house number is and stuff, but apparently they do. And then the other part was for the cars that were getting blessed. And literally, the guy reads out not only the names of the people and the owner of the car and where they live, who were the people there, but then also the license plate number, just to make sure that God or the gods know which car to bless. And then I guess after that, then they do something actually to the car itself, which was at this sort of drive-through thing, and you can see it there. That's where they bless the cars. Okay, that was weird. We just finished our ceremony where the guy basically reads out your name and address and everything you filled out on the card and says some kind of blessing for you. And they also do it for, I guess, the cars, because you can have your car blessed. So they were reading out like the license plate numbers, as near as I can tell. Very interesting. Nobody warned me about what we were doing, so I was just along for the ride. So they read your name out and your address and the name of the mother and father and then kid in like this kind of priest doing an incantation kind of voice. Very kind of interesting. I don't want to impersonate it lest I offend anyone. But imagine if you were like in a very preachy voice saying the names of people you know in numbers. So to me it was a little bit strange. She was just reading out your address and stuff in this kind of religious way. Very bizarre. I should have probably researched this before I came, or they should have warned me. It was interesting, and looking forward to checking it out again next time we have another kid. Anyway, the moral of the story is, as a dad, certain things like religion, politics, especially in the case of a cross-cultural relationship, you definitely got to compromise. You know, and it's not just with your wife. You know, I think my wife, either way, wouldn't have minded that much, and you know, just for the sake of making me happy, she probably would have been willing to let it go on this shrine stuff. But obviously, I have to be mindful of her parents, especially considering they've taken care of us for the last couple of months, and they obviously care a lot about our grandson, and I don't want to alienate that relationship because, again, they're going to be his grandparents for forever, and I'm going to have to deal with them for the rest of our lives. So discretion is the better part of valor in this case, and I let it go. Anyway, that's my view on it. If you have any feedback, please let me know. If you have any views on this subject or others, please leave a comment and I'll try to address them in my next video. Okay, see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.